My name is Victoria Deed. Myself and Louisa Foyle work for the Pan London Children and Care Council, which is hosted by Pan London. The Pan London Children and Care Council aims to make sure that care experienced young people have a voice at regional level to influence policy and practice. You can find out more about how to get involved in the Pan London Children and Care Council via our website, or else get in touch with one of us. Our details will be at the end of the video.
My name's Laura Clark. I'm the manager of Greenleys, which is supported accommodation for 16 to 22-year-olds leaving care in Kingston.
Myself and Louisa came to visit you and we did the voter ID workshop. Do you want to tell me just how you felt that went?
It was a really good starting block. I think some of what you said, I'm going to be realistic, kind of went zoom, but I think just having you there and giving the presentation and talking about politics and voting is not something that we would standardly do in our residents' meetings. So I think it's really important.
Why do you think it's important for care experienced young people to vote?
So I think it's important that all young people vote, not just care leavers. The reason why it's important more for care leavers is, I suppose, the system is their parent. So they should have a say-so in that. But I do think it's really important for all young people to take an interest in politics, because although they probably don't think it's relevant to their day-to-day business, it has a huge impact on, they're saying they're struggling financially, everybody's struggling financially. Those kind of things are somewhat like influenced by who's in power, who's in policy, even like down to their accommodation. It depends what council is voted in the area, has impacts on what services we can offer as children's services and all that kind of thing.
What do you think are some of the benefits of voting?
I think taking more interest in like your community, your world around you. I think it enhances young people's like personal development. They have a say-so in what's happening to the world, the country around them. I also think that it might spark an interest. I used to work with a young girl who then joined a party and then stood as a candidate. That was a young person who was a care leaver, And I think also, things are really tough right now for everybody. And I think it's really important to vote. Also, it's about educating yourself a little bit about your area, your community, what happens for you locally and obviously wider.
What do you think are some of the barriers of voting? Like, why do you think people don't?
I don't think politics is accessible to young people, if I'm honest. Like, they speak in language they don't understand. They have no interest in it because it's not applicable to them. Like, I think you come in to talk to them about it has sparked some interest because you're a natural person and they only do things for incentives. I don't think they can see any benefits in going to vote. And I also think it's not relatable. And I also think that people don't see many changes, so that's why people don't vote. Like, you go, you put an X in the box, but what else really happens? And I think young people need to see something happen.
How do you think you can encourage care experienced young people to vote?
I think the stuff you're doing, and I think now we have to carry that on in terms of like trying to get them to register, try and obviously promote when it's polling day, make sure we pass on all the stuff that comes through the door. But I think we need to make it more real. And I think we need to make it more current and probably more trendy. If it were me, I would enlist social media like TikTok, all that kind of stuff to get young people voting. They seem to spend all their time on that. If they need to see some results from what they're doing,